Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful out. The sun is just shining. Our snow is really starting to melt, though we've got a lot of accumulation. Big drifts that are going to take a little bit longer, like this one over here. The Muscovies are absolutely loving it, though I'm surprised there's only one right here. So see another hen going that way. My black ripple hen, she's gonna run from me now. Hey guys, I'm Kaylin. Welcome back to Fable Hill Farm. This is going to be a short video, shorter than my usual videos, just showing you how to give Replimen gel to your goats using this large 300cc tube. So this is Replamin Gel Plus. There is just a regular Replimen as well. What is Replimen, you might ask? Well, it is a bunch of vitamins and essential minerals for livestock that can help them during times of stress, can help to treat, in my buck Templeton's case, a mineral deficiency. Some people use it just as like a preventative against illness or just keeping animals in tip-top shape. Some people I've been reading through goat forums a lot before I decided to use the Replimen. Some people use it in lieu of like a loose mineral for goats. Goats need minerals. Minerals are so important, so when they aren't getting what they need, they can get really sick. Their immune system can be compromised. They can be more susceptible to parasites, to things like pneumonia, to disease. So keeping your animals healthy with minerals is super important for goats. You need to have one of these guns, which is called a pace gun, and it's made for livestock medications and supplements that come in a 300cc tube. I ordered the Replimen and I just wasn't thinking about the fact it was 300cc. I guess it's just a better price point, and I needed it for my buck Templeton, as I'm about to show you. And then I got this huge tube and I said, honey, will your caulk gun work on that, you think? And he said no. After he looked at it, you're gonna need some kind of special thing. And I talked to my friend Stacy, my goat mentor, and she just kind of laughed and was like, yeah, you know, you need that thing. So then Trent, my husband, was nice enough to pick me up one at TSC. So it has here different dosages on it. It's got these holes up top for 15cc, and then here it's got 5cc and 10cc, and you just pull out this little pin here. Let me see. Let's set this down. So to adjust the dosage, you just pull out this pin. Get it out one-handed, holding this GoPro. See, I've got this pin, and then you can put it, you know, into the holes for whatever dose you need. Now, if you have goats, I think it's pretty unlikely you would ever use this for anything other than 5cc. That's just, typically goats get a much smaller amount than obviously much larger livestock like horses and cattle. So I've got 5ccs. Now, I didn't realize this is important. These teeth here, I had a hard time figuring out how to use this. I was actually started to film my video and I couldn't get this gun to work. Which was super awkward. So I had to go in and ask my husband, and he immediately got it to work, and I felt stupid, of course. But then when I talked to my friend Stacy, my goat mentor, about it, she just kind of chuckled and said she knew exactly what the problem was when I began describing it, because her brain, you know, just some people are wired differently. I didn't know that these little teeth had anything to do with anything, but you have to turn it and you'll hear it click. I got one hand here, so that click means that she is ready to go. And then simply enough, you pull the trigger once you have the right end, of course, in the animal's mouth. So that's how to use one of those. So this thing turns around, and if you don't have it turned around, and then this is the unlocked position. If you flip it the other way, it's locked, and then get it to that clicking point, your trigger is not going to release any medication, as I learned. Took Uhtred a minute. He must have been laying beneath. He didn't see me. Hey, bud. Hey, stinky boys. Templeton, I've got your last dose, buddy, of the Replimen. And so, as I mentioned in a previous video, my Nigerian Dwarf buck Templeton has been showing some signs of some mineral deficiencies through some hair loss and just looking rough and rougher coat and things like that. So I have been treating with a couple of different methods, and I'll link that video down below I did on treating mineral deficiencies with him. That's essentially part 1. Part 2 is, hey, here's how you use Replimen, because I'm using it for Templeton for the mineral deficiencies that I've been treating him. I'm giving the Replimen at a 5 cc dose. That's the smallest dose that you can give here. And if you read the instructions on the Replimen, which of course you should do before you use any supplement or medication, you should do your own research. You should read the label, but also research, you know, see what other people's experiences have been and see how to properly use it. I will say, and this is a big warning label, Replimen has copper in it, and copper is an important mineral for goats, but if your goat already has too much copper in their system or has enough, and you're treating with something that's got copper in it like this, you have to be really careful. You don't want to make your animal toxic either by giving them too much of something, especially a mineral like copper. My mentor was going through an issue with the copper toxicity actually in one of her really special does, and that was because of changes that were made to minerals. And so in a case like that, in a goat like that, you could never safely administer something like this. Now, I'm also not going to give this to my does. I'm giving it to Templeton specifically because of the mineral issues he's been having. But I especially could not give it to my does right now because I just bolused them for copper like a week ago. So I would not want to bolus an animal or give a copper, you know, pill or bolus to a goat and then also start using Replimen. That probably wouldn't be a good idea. And as always, you should talk to your veterinarian. I'm not a veterinarian, so I'm not giving you medical advice for your animals. I am just doing what I'm doing for my herd, and I'm sharing it with all of you. And as I've said previously, you should have a local goat mentor, somebody who can help you directly, who can teach you things hands-on, who can be a resource and, you know, that lifeline if you need to call somebody, or if you're trying to learn how to do something new, or if you have, you know, some weird symptoms with your goats and you don't know what's going on. You should have a mentor, somebody that's, you know, especially somebody who becomes, in the case of my mentor, a friend and a crazy goat buddy to talk about goats with, because, you know, let's face it, non-goat people really don't care to hear about goats as much as goat people like to talk about them. So back, no, back, buddy, back. He didn't run out the gate, but he sure wanted to, didn't you? Hi, boys. Hello, boys. Isn't this a beautiful day? Hello there, boys. So, as always with goats, they want to get into everything you're doing. So this is not going to go well for my goat pill, I feel like. But we'll see. Templeton, that is your stuff, you stinky man. Whew. In fine perfume today, sir. Let's see what's going to happen. Don't touch that. No, Tempy, come here. Hey, come here. You've been taking this stuff, so I don't know why you don't just... It actually tastes good, right? Yeah, it tastes good. Come here. I really don't want to have to get like a headlock on you, because while I love you, you stink so bad. You do. You smell so bad. And don't make me do this, Templeton. There we go. So, simple enough. I squeezed the trigger into his mouth, and there you go. That's how you give Replimen to a goat. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, I will see you in the next one. If you're new to my channel and you're interested in learning more about Nigerian dwarf goats, especially on raising goats holistically or using natural management styles, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified when I post new videos. And don't forget to leave me a comment down below. Let me know who you are, where you're from. Templeton wants to know how much you love goats. So does Uhtred.